For his phenomenal commitment to the fields of material science, Michio Kaku has, in reality, affirmed that the James Webb Space Telescope has seen 6 huge structures that experts thought couldn't exist. These evaluations have the possibility to open up new perspectives in how we might interpret the universe. The disclosure is both engaging and moderately testing existing speculation about the development and progression of universes. It is, therefore, valuable to keep an eye out for these updates. The affirmation by such a recognized expert highlights the significance of these exposures. Michio Kaku is an astonishing figure in the scientific field. A physicist of American and Japanese heritage, he is considered an expert in both traditional exploratory material science and quantum mechanics. In contrast to some more moderate and questionable experts, Kaku has been open to the dumbfounding delayed results of the James Webb Space Telescope mission. His energy to embrace new revelations and share them with the public exhibits his commitment to advancing understanding of how we might interpret the universe. We are fulfilled that this recognized researcher has chosen to end his silence and straightforwardly share what can no longer be denied. The energy and nearly engaged tone of the famous physicist are clear in his remarks on the disclosure made by the James Webb Space Telescope, showing that this has been an element that has ignited his interest. Join us to explore the ramifications of Michio Kaku's divulgence of these 6 gigantic structures. Kaku is a scientist who has forever had the option to consider new speculations throughout his life. He has shown a responsiveness to ideas that rock the boat, understanding that Einstein's theories of relativity and Newton's regulations, while crucial, are lacking to make sense of the full intricacy of the universe. Kaku values that the disclosures of the new telescope can potentially advance the area of cosmology. However, numerous of his associates still can't seem to embrace this view. This has caused concern and restlessness among the Big Bang advocates and critics of quantum mechanics. Anyway, this merely experiences chuckling from Kaku. The JWST has uncovered the disclosure of 6 giant universes tracing all the way back to the earliest seasons of the universe. Each of these vanguard systems contains a larger number of stars than our own Milky Way, notwithstanding having formed only 200 to 700 million years after the Big Bang. The group of space researchers who made the disclosure has named these wonderful cosmic systems universe breakers, since, whenever confirmed, they would drastically change our comprehension of the universe. The results of these disclosures are huge, proposing that the universe's initial years were significantly more robust and complex than previously figured. Something doesn't fit here any longer. The hypothesis of how things came to be lets us know that the universe was turbulent after the initial event. The first strong items took an immense number of years to frame, and it took significant time for these items to reach adequate thickness and produce light. The development of intricate designs like universes was accepted to happen much later. A portion of the newly tracked down cosmic systems eclipsed the Milky Way in size, and their monstrous splendor suggests that they were likely forming many new stars each year. While our world forms stars irregularly, it remains muddled unequivocally when the primary systems formed. Researchers have not yet resolved this. The main clear thing is that from the beginning, there could have been only single stars or gatherings of stars that ultimately consolidated to form larger designs. Until dwarf worlds encouraged little vast systems that advanced over time, amazingly large and huge systems were believed to be incapable of existing around them. This brings up the issue of whether the universe is much older than recently recognized or whether complex cosmic designs formed significantly earlier. This current circumstance is hard to acknowledge for moderate science, which still finds issues with this model. Some parts of material science have unequivocally dismissed this disclosure and questioned potential mistakes in the age estimates. Kaku is aware of this and had this to say: "There are various models of old and misleading speculations that adamantly continue because of the impact of specific experts. A considerable lot of these hypotheses were possibly uncovered when critical research revealed their imperfections. In this way, the key word in any science, particularly in physics, rests with the experimenters who keep the scientists ready and mindful. Truth be told, on Earth, we have scarcely any information about the genuine beginnings of the universe." This explanation from Kaku highlights the significance of continuous trial and error, furthermore approval in the scientific process. The hypothesis of how things came to be was laid out in 1927 based on observations of the development of the universe. This information led to the conclusion that the universe began from a particular point and has been growing from that point onward. At the time, it was hard for individuals and researchers to envision a universe with both a start and an end. The possibility of a universe that had always existed and was boundless in extension was beyond human imagination. Even today, researchers still struggle to grasp it. However, it is fundamental to consider these potential outcomes, regardless of whether these new revelations don't align with what analysts have accepted for a really long time about the theory of how things came to be. Science has shown over and over that reconsideration and receptiveness to novel thoughts are a vital piece of the scientific process. Very much like the acknowledgement of certain speculations and observations when Einstein was young, it was once accepted that stars and planets were immovably fixed in the universe and that these particular plans consumed a defined space. Anyway, we now know that everything in the universe is moving. Planets orbit stars, stars move within their worlds at paces of a few kilometers per second, and whole worlds move quickly through the universe, whose destiny we still can't anticipate. This remarkable comprehension of the universe challenges long-held convictions and highlights the requirement for continuous request and change in logical thought. Today, researchers are challenged to acknowledge awkward experiences and to grasp that hypotheses are not outright bits of insight until they are fully tested or affirmed by exact observation. The idea of the Big Bang emerged from the acknowledgement that worlds are getting away from one another, and this distance is relative to their separation from Earth. This perception, known as Hubble's law, suggested that the universe was extending over time. Components like vast background radiation and the redshift of light from far-off universes, alongside other cosmological patterns, seem to support this hypothesis. Anyway, it is essential to remember that in the past, individuals who believed the Earth was flat and that the sun rotated around us also had observational proof for their convictions until new occasions or mechanical advancements came along that provided a clearer picture. Right now, we are seeing a comparable circumstance. Researchers anticipated the new James Webb Space Telescope to affirm questions connected with the Big Bang. However, instead, they have experienced these 6 cosmic systems that seemed unimaginable. This shows that science is continually advancing and that researchers should remain open to new revelations and rethink existing hypotheses in light of available proof. The amazing revelations tested current understanding and provoked a reassessment of well-established cosmological theory. Analysts use redshift as a device to determine various measurements in the investigation of the universe. Redshift, otherwise known as the Doppler effect, refers to the adjustment of the shade of light as light sources and onlookers move relative to each other. To comprehend this, envision stopping and hearing a vehicle moving toward you. As the vehicle draws nearer, the motor sound gets stronger. However, when the vehicle passes you or moves away, the motor sound changes. This is because the sound waves change as the vehicle moves. The same is true for light. When a light source, for example, a far-off star, pushes toward us, the light shifts to bluer tones. Conversely, when the light source moves away, the light shifts to redder tones. This peculiarity is called redshift. Physicists have converted redshift values into rates and distances for measuring in the investigation of the universe. Anyway, it is essential to take note that even a small mistake in these estimations can have critical effects. The estimation techniques previously utilized are now under audit. The latest revelations connected with our universe require consideration of whether they are genuinely founded on redshift errors or whether some researchers are just denying current realities. This is an inquiry that requires cautious examination and a careful survey of the information and strategies utilized in the research. The continuous examination and reassessment of estimation procedures highlight the developing idea of logical request. An abundance of thanks for watching the video. As always, we remind you to post your requests in the remarks section. If you enjoyed the video, make a point to raise a ruckus around the town button, share it so it reaches more individuals, and subscribe to the feed so you don't miss more content like this. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. This source of inspiration empowers watchers to engage with the substance, encouraging a community of inquisitive minds eager to explore and grasp the latest scientific discussions. The investigation of our universe, with its vast distances and complex heavenly bodies, continues to interest and challenge researchers across the globe. From early speculations about the universe to the most recent revelations made possible by cutting-edge technology, each discovery reshapes how we might interpret the universe and extends the limits of human knowledge. One of the most significant and persistent inquiries in cosmology spins around the beginning and development of worlds. Systems are like urban communities of stars, gas, dust, and dark matter bound together by gravity. Grasping how world structure and advance is critical not just for unwinding the mysteries of our universe but also for affirming or testing existing hypotheses. For example, the hypothesis of the universe's starting point. The Big Bang hypothesis, proposed almost 100 years ago, suggests that the universe began from a solitary, boundlessly thick point and has been extending since. This thought emerged from observations of the universe's extension and the infinite microwave background radiation, considered the leftovers of the early universe's extreme intensity and light. Anyway, late revelations, especially those made by the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, have tested several key principles in this theory. These revelations, particularly the identification of 6 huge systems dating back to the universe's earliest seasons, have ignited a firestorm of debate in the scientific community. Some researchers have even questioned whether the Big Bang hypothesis fully explains the universe's development, suggesting that maybe a better, more complex model is needed. Despite these challenges, the search for answers to the most basic questions about the universe continues to be one of the most exciting and consequential areas of modern scientific inquiry. As scientific knowledge continues to expand, the study of the universe's origins and structure increasingly challenges conventional understanding. The recent findings by the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, have opened up new avenues for cosmological research, prompting scientists to reconsider and reevaluate old models. These revelations underscore how scientific inquiry is an ever-evolving process, where new data can force researchers to rethink long-held beliefs and propose more sophisticated theories. The discovery of 6 massive galaxies in the early universe, far older and larger than previously believed possible, is just the latest in a series of groundbreaking observations that demand a reassessment of the Big Bang model. Historically, the Big Bang theory has been the cornerstone of our understanding of the universe's origin. It posits that the universe began as a singularity, an infinitely small, hot, and dense point, and expanded outward from that moment. The evidence supporting this model includes the cosmic microwave background radiation, the observed redshift of galaxies, and the distribution of galaxies throughout space. Yet, the new findings from the JWST have introduced complexities that the Big Bang theory struggles to accommodate. The discovery of massive galaxies that predate the formation of other known cosmic structures suggests that the universe might have evolved in ways not accounted for by the current paradigm. These galaxies, referred to as cosmic breakers, defy expectations by existing only a few hundred million years after the Big Bang, challenging assumptions about the timeline of galactic formation. While the Big Bang theory remains a central framework, these new discoveries demand more nuanced models of the universe's early history. One possibility is that galaxies may have formed much earlier than previously thought, perhaps from smaller, primitive structures that quickly merged to create larger, more complex systems. This idea is reminiscent of the theory of hierarchical galaxy formation, which suggests that the universe began with small building blocks that merged to form larger structures over time. However, the JWST's observations introduce the intriguing possibility that these massive galaxies may have formed almost immediately after the universe's birth, which challenges the assumptions underlying this model. Additionally, the new data from the JWST may help refine or even replace the existing theory of dark matter and dark energy. Both are critical components of the current cosmological model, though they remain poorly understood. Dark matter is believed to account for much of the gravitational effects observed in galaxies and clusters of galaxies, while dark energy is thought to be responsible for the accelerated expansion of the universe. The massive galaxies detected by the JWST may offer insights into the nature of dark matter and dark energy by providing clues about the ways in which galaxies grow and evolve under their influence. These galaxies may represent unique laboratories for studying the complex interactions between matter, and dark energy in the early universe. At the same time, the observations of these early galaxies also call into question the accuracy of our measurement techniques. Some researchers have raised concerns about the reliability of redshift measurements, which are often used to estimate the age and distance of distant galaxies. A slight miscalculation in the redshift value can result in significant errors in our understanding of a galaxy's age and its place in the cosmic timeline. As a result, some scientists are urging caution in interpreting the JWST's findings, suggesting that further data and refinement of measurement techniques are needed before drawing definitive conclusions. This uncertainty only highlights the complexity of cosmological research, where even small errors in measurement can lead to drastically different interpretations of the data. Despite these challenges, the sheer scale of the discoveries made by the JWST has created a sense of excitement within the scientific community. The possibility of unlocking the mysteries of the universe's earliest days has captured the imagination of researchers and the public alike. The JWST's ability to peer further back in time and capture images of galaxies that existed just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang provides an unprecedented look at the infancy of the cosmos. This new data is expected to drive future research into the origins of galaxies, stars, and even the fundamental laws of physics. The implications of these discoveries are far-reaching, not just for cosmology but for the broader fields of physics, astronomy, and even philosophy. As scientists grapple with these revelations, they are forced to confront fundamental questions about the nature of the universe itself. What does it mean for something to have a beginning? How do we reconcile the notion of an ever-expanding universe with the possibility of multiple, potentially infinite universes? These are questions that may have seemed too speculative or abstract to answer a few decades ago, but they are now at the forefront of scientific inquiry. The work being done by researchers in the wake of the JWST's discoveries could fundamentally change our understanding of the universe, opening up new questions and areas of study that were once unimaginable. As we continue to explore the universe with advanced telescopes and other technologies, our understanding of the cosmos will inevitably evolve. New theories will be proposed, tested, and refined in the quest to explain the origins and nature of the universe. While the road to a complete theory of everything remains long and uncertain, the ongoing exploration of space promises to yield even more astonishing discoveries in the years to come. The excitement generated by the recent findings of the JWST is just the beginning of what will undoubtedly be a transformative era in scientific research, with the potential to reshape our very understanding of reality itself.